There is no better place to start understanding humanity than from one of the most significant points in our history, where our future is truly dependent on the actions of our now. Climate change is a defining issue of our time, from shifting weather patterns that threaten food production to rising sea levels that increase the risk of flooding. With our very presence and way of living being the main cause for these changes, my question becomes, what prevents humanity from confronting the serious issue of climate change? Let's look at humanity globally. When we view our world from a bird's eye perspective, there is a clear divide between the human experience. Two worlds coexisting as one, with one half being our developed world, on the surface offering everything we could possibly imagine, whilst our individual experiences display something completely different. With many of us hovering above the poverty line or working 24/7 just to climb the social ladder, we are kept on our toes to sustain the way of living our hierarchy demands. And now the other half, our developing world, where many don't have the luxuries of the developed world, where much of their physical reality is harder to sustain, trying to find a way to survive the day, provide shelter, food and water for their children and families. With both worlds showing so many physical indifferences, there are two factors that bind humanity as one: our desire to create a stable life and the cycle of survival we are stuck within. It's our need to survive our daily circumstances that prevents us from truly processing what is happening around us. How can we begin to fathom the solutions for ourselves and our world when our day-to-day conditions demand so much of our attention? Working to save or working to sustain, we give so much to our physical way of life that choosing to step away from the routine equates to us either sacrificing what we've achieved or what we're building to achieve. So this is our global reality and humanity's only combined example of equality. We are all living to survive, and choosing to step away from this cycle to address a real human issue is at the detriment to our own stability. How does that make sense? And if many of us are within this cycle, then who is truly benefiting? Unlike many of our social injustices, climate change is one we can't ignore. So if stepping outside of survival mode is our only option to address it, then it's clear humanity also has an alternative way of existing. So why have we chosen to live this way? The truth is, we haven't chosen. This is a version of life that we've been born into. We haven't had the choice to choose because we haven't had the option to know better. Now is our time to know better. This is Decoding Humanity with Vanessa Nash.